Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sabahul khair habibi wa habibti, sabahul nur, sabahul ful, sabahul wars. Kif halk? Al-an Yaumul Ithnin, November 16, 2020. Welcome back to biology class with Mualimah Nubli. Okay, habibi wa habibti, our topic for today is about cell metabolism. Our indicator of the lesson today are the first, be able to identify the differences of catabolism and anabolism. And the second, be able to identify the metabolism of photosynthesis, respiration, and digestive system. Habibi wa habibti, our scientific words still same with last week. Do you still remember? Now, karir ini. Renewable energy research. 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 The meaning is sumber energi terbarukan. Naam habibi wa habibti, hana waktu tadris. Yallah bina nabada'un nasyat.
Our topic for today is about cell metabolism. Metabolism is all chemical process that occur in the body of living things. Metabolism divides of two types, anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism is the process of arranging simple chemical compounds into complex chemical compounds. Anabolism requires energy from outside, for example, sunlight energy for photosynthesis. Next, catabolism is the process of breaking down complex compounds into simple compounds by producing energy. For example, respiration and the digestive system. Naam habibi wa habibti, yallah we discuss one by one. The first is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process of preparing food substance in plants with help of sunlight energy, where the process of changing light energy from the sun into chemical energy in the form of glucose. The photosynthesis process that occurs in the leaves is in the chloroplast, which contains chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is found in many cells of advanced tissue or palisade and coral tissue or sponge. Not only in the leaves, chlorophyll is also found in other parts of the plant body. For the factor that affect of photosynthesis, there are two. The first, internal factors and external factors. Internal factors are chlorophyll content, leaf shape and structure, leaf anatomy, and leaf position to the sun. External factors are light intensity, groundwater content, carbon dioxide level in the air, and oxygen levels in the environment. Okay, habibi wa habibti, the requirement for photosynthesis are chlorophyll, sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. Look at the chemical reaction from photosynthesis process. In the photosynthesis process that occurs in the leaves, a chemical reaction occurs between water, H2O, and carbon dioxide, CO2, added by sunlight absorbed by chlorophyll to produce oxygen and glucose compounds, C6H12O6. Glucose is food for plants. The oxygen produced in the photosynthesis process is needed by humans and animals. We are going to number 2, respiration. Actually, usually we make shame, respiration and breathing, right? But it's different. Breathing and respirations is different. Breathing is the process of entering air from the outside environment into the body and expelling the remaining air from the body to the outside environment. The process of entering and leaving the respiratory air occurs due to the difference in air pressure outside and inside the lung cavity. The air pressure outside that lungs remains constant, but the air pressure inside the lungs constantly changes. Habibi wa Habibti, the process of breathing consists of inspirations and expirations. Inspiration is the process of entering air into the lungs. On inspiration, the lungs will expand and the chest cavity will expand. But in expiration, during expiration, the lungs will collapse and the chest cavity will shrink. So expiration is the process of removing air from the body. You can look at the picture, Habibi wa Habibti. Now, oxygen that is absorbed through the breathing process will be used to break down food substance such as carbohydrates, fats, and proteins in order to produce energy which will be used to carry out body activities, the example growing or movement. Respiration is a process of burning organic compounds in cells so that energy is obtained. Respirations break down complex compounds like carbohydrates, fats, and protein into simple compounds or carbon dioxide and water. Look at Habibi wa Habibti, Haza, the chemical reaction of the respiration. We are going to digestive system. Digestion is the process of changing food so that food substance can be absorbed by the body. Digestion is divided into two types: chemical digestion and mechanical digestion. In chemical digestion is the process of converting food substance from a complex form into a simple form with the help of digestive enzymes. But mechanical digestion is the process of converting food from large or coarse forms to smaller or finer forms. The digestive organ, look at the picture, Habibi wa Habibti, the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. We will discuss about metabolism in our body, include carbohydrates, protein, and fat. The first, metabolism of carbohydrates in our body. The ptyalin enzymes present in saliva will convert foods containing carbohydrates in complex compounds into simple compounds in the form of starch or maltose. Then the duodenum, the food is mixed with pancreatic sap, which contains the amylase enzyme which break down starch into simple carbohydrate compounds. There are glucose, fructose, galactose, and many else. Next, Habibi wa Habibti, the metabolism of protein. Foods that contain protein enter through the mouth and esophagus and are digested in the stomach by the enzyme pepsin, which will simplify complex protein compounds like protease, peptone, and etc. Then it enters the intestine and is digested by the enzyme pepsin and decompose these compounds to be even simpler, like peptides and dipeptides. Then it is further broken down into amino acids so that it can be absorbed by the small intestine to be spread to body cells. The last Habibi wa Habibti about metabolism of fat. Fat metabolism, the process of digestion of fat doesn't occur in the mouth and stomach. Why? Because there is no lipase enzyme to break down fat more simply. After entering the intestine, fatty compounds stimulate the hormone cholecystokinin, which causes that gallbladder to release bile into the duodenum. Bile mackerel in breaking down fat compounds into simple ones like fatty acids and glycerids. Fatty acids and glycerids are absorbed by the intestinal wall, then convert again into a simple forms so that they can be absorbed by the small intestine and spread to body cells. Okay, Habibi wa Habibti, that's all our materi for today. Don't forget, do the home project well. Ila liqa. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.